the only one for today. Another heavily improvised line and wash. I call it line and wash. The only lines really are the fence that I put in. The rest of it's just trees. I got a bit carried away, I must say. I love doing these, and they're great fun to do because you get this lovely contrast between black and white. And I'm afraid it's all downhill from here. Shame to spoil it really, with a bit of colour. But anyway, it's a winter scene, and I'm not sure it's quite dry, so I'll give it a little bit of a help. I did have a break before completing this drawing. I did this bit here, and we've been out for lunch today, and with friends, and I've just added in the couple of characters on this side on the right. There again, making the one side less dominant than the other. Otherwise, it splits the picture, and you don't know where you're looking. So that's a lesson really. Don't put everything the same. Vary, very, very. So probably another snow scene. Why not? It's coming up to very cold, horrible weather. So I'll wet the paper all over and hope that the ink is dry enough that it's not going to. Well, you can see that it's not quite dry. I thought it was. But never mind, doesn't matter. See, look, interesting. Oh dear, that's not gone at all well, is it, that bit? Got that bit of a blot, I think. And just re-wet it. Ah, look. When this used to be called Indian ink, because you can't call it that now, that's not politically correct, is it? It's black waterproof ink, but it's not that waterproof, and that's been on there some time. So, I'll put in some nice, I'll put in a raw sienna background for the clouds. It's just light coming from behind the trees, so we're really painting into the light here. And because we're showing a bit of snow here, we'll put that colour in the landscape as well. So it's a bit of a blue sky day now. So we'll put in some nice blue, but we'll add some clouds to that side. Bit of alizarin, Payne's grey, and ultramarine. I'll just show that on the landscape as well. A bit more dark there. I'm doing this quickly. So as you come down to the horizon, you can make the clouds smaller, give them a bit of perspective. So that's okay. That'll do for that. Now I want to put in a background, but before I do, I want to try this on. I don't want it too dry. I want it just to be able to take another background colour without it disappearing into the wet of the background. Right, okay. That seems to be okay there. Right. Just take off that bit of moisture at the bottom there. Right, a background of a bit of yellow. I think we'll mix in that tree mix. put in some cloud across the back. I did this in the last one. So I'm trying to show some bits of snow there. I'm going to put a background in. The painting is totally different from the other one, but one thing leads to another. It needs to be really thick paint there. I'm going to have to squeeze out some paint on this in a minute, well, before I pack up for the evening. Surrey Hills. I'll get some nice darks in there. Not exactly Box Hill, but those that know the Surrey Hills. Well, I quite like that. No more detail than that, because that's quite distant there. I'll leave that to dry off, and now since the light is behind that tree there, we want to put some shadows in now. But I want to put in some green, some dark green on there, just to show some foliage. Now a lot of this is in silhouette because it's against the light, so some there. There's a bit more yellow in there. Just bits of green showing through. Not good. Right, mix in some burnt sienna now with that. Because we've got this ivy coming up here. I want the paint fairly dark on this because I've put so much ink on it that I want the ink just to die back a little bit. So I just add in this ivy here. It's good and thick. It looks to me like I'm going just a little bit too dark with this, but the snow will set it off. I hope when I put the shadows in, which I'm going to do now, the cast shadows of the blue and the red, ultramarine and light red. So we'll put those shadows in there. People coming across here, and this. Showing the shape of the ground there. It's, so a nice view of the tree coming in from the left there, like coming. Bits of grass there. I'll do some background, well, some dry brush for the canopy, the twig canopy. So for that I'm just going to mix up burnt sienna with ultramarine, fairly dry. That tends to tone down the ink work. Show something there. Right, I don't really want to do much more than that. I'll give it a bit of a signature. And I'll put it in a mount and then we can see what we've done. I think that I've overdone the ink work. I think I'm going to have to start cutting back on that. It might have been best left just as a drawing, but I'm going to go back to more pure watercolour, I think. I've done these to death now, or at least with this particular type of view. I'm just going to get my mount and put it in a mount and see what it looks like. It probably looks okay on the camera. I'm too critical of my own work, but we'll have a look anyway and see what we've done. And they're quite attractive. Well, there we are. The figures are in scale. You see, you have no idea how big a tree is unless you put it next to something that is human scale, like a fence or people. You know how big we are, and from that you can gauge how big the trees are. These are very stunted, these ones. But if the figures are too big, it will make the trees look too small. If the figures are too small, it will make the trees look like giants, about 100 foot tall. But of course, that would be ridiculous in Britain anyway for oak trees and that sort of scene. Anyway, if you've got any comments, any queries, any criticisms, get on the video and leave them. I appreciate all your comments, and anything you want to know, just ask. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.